Yeah, so I think let's begin. So I'm Rohan Singh. I'm working as a technical engineer at Salesforce, and my session will be on how you can scale up with Trailhead and build your personal brand. And for the people who are not aware of what Salesforce is and what it does, so I'll be giving a brief introduction about Salesforce and the platform as well. And so, yeah, thank you so much for our lovely sponsors who are managing and facilitating all of this. And yeah, someone is messaging. Yeah. So, something about me. So, I'm working in the CSG department of Salesforce. I have been a mentor at Salesforce. I am a regular participant in internal activities regarding mentorship and such speaker opportunities. I have been a mentor at Deloitte. I am a mentor at Copado and a Copado champion as well. And yeah, I like to be involved in the Salesforce community, be it in any form. And I have been working in data analytics earlier and now in Salesforce. So these are the two technologies that I'm really passionate about. And one thing I really believe in is that it's never too late to be what you might have been, right? And so Trailhead also follows the similar philosophy, like from wherever domain you are working in. And if you want to shift to Salesforce, then you have the resources, you have the people who can help you out. And uh, the community is a wonderful place to be at. Yeah, so thank you everyone for joining in, for taking your time. And I'm very happy to be here. And I have been seeing a lot of sessions by other wonderful speakers, and it has been a lovely experience for me. So I was kind of hopping between one session to the other. So I'll see and catch up on the recordings later on. Yeah. So what is Salesforce? So Salesforce is among the top five vendors shown here, and it is ranked number one CRM for eighth consecutive year in 2021. And Salesforce grew its overall market share position and increased its revenue more than any other customer relationship management vendor. So this is just a brief introduction of what Salesforce is all about for all the new people who are wanting to learn about Salesforce. And behind this top ranking is the customer base that Salesforce has. And it is because our customers have chosen Salesforce and have found their own success, and that we are able to rise to number one. We think yeah. So customers are the main force behind Salesforce. So you must have seen this diagram a lot. So it shows the Salesforce Customer 360 model. So let's start by talking what it is actually. So Salesforce Customer 360 is how you can put your customers at the center of everything you do. So it is made up of reimagine new digital solutions like digital sales, digital customer service, digital marketing, digital commerce, all of which are critical to success in this new era. And it is customer first by nature. It provides a single view of your customers, empowering your employees to work as one from anywhere to deliver seamless connected customer experiences. So this means that your marketing department knows of a customer's recent service inquiries, and so they will not reach out with promotions while the customer is experiencing technical issues. So this is the power that the customer 360 model of Salesforce provides. Like everything is integrated with one another. So companies have more data than ever now, and they need to be able to integrate it, to analyze it, to understand it in a trusted and a secure way. Security is very important, and which is why we have analytics with Tableau and integration with MuleSoft. So everything is connected to form a single source of truth across all your touch points. So we even recently updated the customer 360 model with new innovations that are needed to survive and navigate this new world safely with equality for all. So customer 360 now includes sustainability, a very important value, offering the customers easy carbon emissions tracking and reporting with net zero cloud. a climate action plan, actionable insights on emissions data, fast and secure supplier collaboration to reduce supply chain emissions, all to help our customers accelerate to net zero emissions. Yeah. So, and last but not the least, so Customer 360 contains Slack, which is our digital headquarters. It connects employees, customers, partners, and systems. So we'll talk about that later on. Yeah. So this is the Customer 360 platforms built. So it is built to operate at the level of privacy, trust, and security businesses need, and as well as at that scale and speed needed to meet the demands of customers. So the foundation of this platform is Hyperforce. So I'm not sure if if most of you are aware or not. So Hyperforce is a public cloud infrastructure. So everything you see here is built on Hyperforce. On top of Hyperforce, we built a system of intelligence with Einstein, strengthening the Customer 360 with AI and automation. Customers use Einstein to make more than 151 billion AI predictions every single day. So next is Customer 360, the single view of all of customer data with trusted privacy and security. And on top of Customer 360 are the industry solutions enabling digital transformation across industries like retail, travel, transportation, professional services. So this was a brief about what Salesforce is and how it is built. So now let's dive deep into Trailhead and the Trailblazer community that we all love so much. So we hear this word a lot, Trailblazer, but what does it mean? So none of us would be here today without the remarkable work of our amazing trailblazers all over the world. Trailblazers are lifelong learners. They are people who lead with values. They give back to their community. They innovate with Salesforce. And most importantly, they help to build a better world for others. And anyone can be a trailblazer. That is the most wonderful thing about this. From admins to developers to students to CEOs. With more than 15 million trailblazers and 1,300 trailblazer community groups across 90 countries worldwide, we are seeing such incredible work being done. So, our trailblazers are not just the customers, employees, and community members, so they are also our partners. And throughout this presentation, I'm sure like you must be seeing the pictures of many Trailblazer that you see regularly on social media, on LinkedIn, on Trailblazer community engagement channels, and they are doing such amazing work. Right. So the rapid pace of digital transformation is fueling massive growth in cloud technology. So, according to a recent IDC study, the Salesforce economy is set to create 9.3 million new jobs and more than $1.6 trillion dollars in new business revenue by 2026. So, those are some huge numbers right there. And this incredible economy has been built by our trailblazers, the learners, change agents, and innovators who want to propel the future of technology and help make the world a better place. So today it's powered by trailblazers like Markita. So she won a golden hoodie recently, a few months back, who was inspired to reinvent her career after working in the service industry for years. Markita dedicated herself to learning a whole new set of digital skills and leveraged them to quickly get a high paying job in technology, ultimately transforming her life. So, in this new world of work, it is never more important to be a trailblazer. And I'm here to show you how anyone can be a trailblazer in the Salesforce ecosystem. So what is Salesforce ecosystem exactly? So it is an interconnected network of trailblazers who use Salesforce to build their successful careers and also help the communities and people around them to build their careers in advance as well. But for us, it is not only about creating new technology and career opportunities. We also have to pave pathways to succeed in the ecosystem. And I was also very fortunate. Like when I first entered the Trailblazer ecosystem, I found like people were so helpful here, and they were ready to answer all of my silly doubts, and anyone I approached like were more than happy to respond and have a chat with me. So we do that by empowering anyone to learn the way they want, whether that's a Trailhead. So it is the free learning platform that offers a huge range of skills and certifications. And we have a new Salesforce Plus streaming service as well that features live and on demand video content that's just a click away. So there are a lot of avenues to learn now. There is a lot of material. So it just depends upon you to take that first step. And one of the most unique parts of the Salesforce ecosystem is the Trailblazer community, an amazing network of over 15 million people who help each other on this journey of learning and succeeding with Salesforce. And Salesforce provides these trailblazers across the world the latest technology and an accessible platform so they can build their groundbreaking apps or launch a business or create an opportunity for others. So, like, we have made it our mission to empower trailblazers around the world with the tools they need to thrive in a digital first world, because we are in the midst of a global reskilling revolution. Yeah, so there is no longer a digital skills gap. We are now in a digital skills crisis. So, according to a recent Salesforce study, 76% of respondents reported they don't feel ready to operate in a digital first world when looking at the next 5 years, because the technology is changing at a rapid pace. So, we need to, learn along with that. This growing gap between the everyday digital skills employees currently have with the workplace digital skills companies need for the jobs today and in the future is creating an urgent need for action. And addressing this crisis is now recognized globally as an important driver of increased business competitiveness and employee performance, satisfaction, and experience. Because as the technology is advancing, we also need people who can work and advance these technologies even further. So these are some used numbers right here on the screen. So in fact, the demand for digital skills is expected to rise more than 50% by 2025, meaning the future of work will require upskilling to gain new skills in your role, or reskilling to learn new digital skills to take on different or entirely new roles. So it is estimated that 133 million new jobs will be created, and 1 billion workers will need to be reskilled globally in the next 8 years as digital transformation is rapidly affecting the skills needed for the future of jobs. So preparing for the new world of work is one of the defining business problem of our time. So as jobs evolve, so will the skills needed to perform them, right? So that is where this reskilling evolution is very important. And while the Salesforce ecosystem is full of opportunities to learn, earn, and connect, workers are saying they still feel less equipped than ever to learn the digital skills required to succeed. Yeah. So now let's see what is Trailhead. So we are no longer stuck powering through expensive in-person courses or spending hours upon hours in a silo working on a rigid curriculum. Today, people want learning to be online and personalized to their needs. They expect it to be fun and engaging. And of course, we want it to be community driven and with a peer support network built in. And now we make it easier than ever for anyone, regardless of their background or socio-economic status, to skill up and connect from anywhere. So Trailhead is the Salesforce's free online learning platform and the front door to the Salesforce ecosystem. It empowers anyone to skill up for the future and businesses to reskill their workforce. So with Trailhead, anyone can learn in-demand skills, including soft skills or tech skills, business and Salesforce related skills. So with Trailhead, like and So Trailhead is not just an online platform. It provides a really gamified approach. Like you can earn badges and modules. You can earn different ranks, and also it has the wonderful Trailblazer community. You can ask your questions, and thousands of people will be ready to answer them. That aspect is what makes Trailhead very engaging. And now with the mentorship programs and mentor circles that was recently introduced, so there's a lot of opportunities there. And there are many ways to learn, whether on demand from your laptop, and you can also install the Trailhead Go application on your mobile phone, and you can learn it whether you are traveling in a bus or going somewhere. And you can also have classes directly from the experts with Trailhead Academy. So that is also one of the really nice things about it. Like you can have expert instructor led sessions through Trailhead Academy. And as trailblazers are learning, they're also earning resume worthy skills, certifying that they have the knowledge and credentials that companies need today. So, this ability to learn, earn, and connect from anywhere in the world is what empowers trailblazer to reach new heights. And anyone can use Trailhead to skill up and transform their careers. There are no prerequisites as such. And so, if you're just starting out or if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat. So, in a recent study, also like 50% of learners earned the promotions or a raise because of the skills they have learned on Trailhead, and one third found a new job or made a career change, and two-thirds of the trailblazers reported that they are more productive as a result of their Trailhead learning. So you see, like obviously, like if you are learning skills and if you are implementing those solutions, so definitely like you will be having the in-demand skills and roles, and you can take up that and advance your careers. So the mission is to empower anybody to learn and harness the digital skills needed for jobs today and in the future by enabling anybody anywhere to learn, build, and succeed with Salesforce. So we are building critical pathways to digital first jobs in our Trailblazer ecosystem and beyond. So I've shown you how Trailhead powers your personalized learning journey, and I'm now excited to dive deeper into how anyone can use our platform to learn, earn, and connect from anywhere. First, we are going to talk about how you can learn the new in-demand skills from Trailhead. So you see, so Trailhead does not have only Salesforce related skills and Salesforce related badges. So you can find you can find content on your people or interpersonal skills, or you can find content or other technologies that are uh, uh, that are advancing at a rapid pace. So it provides you a holistic learning experience. So with over thousands of badges and skills ranging from technical to soft skills and more than 50 credentials, Trailhead empowers anyone to learn from anywhere. So this is a gamified platform. Like it's not a boring course that you have to do. So it has bite-sized and conversational modules, and the hands-on activities and projects are also what makes it really fun. So you can create a well-balanced resume with skills that span the Salesforce ecosystem and whatever skills you are interested in as well. And Trailhead is personalized for roles and levels, like meeting people in whatever level or stage of their career journey that they are in. Yeah, so as I said, so a student can also start learning on Trailhead, and as well as a senior employee who has been working in the industry for 10 plus years in a different technology and who wants to shift to some other technology or Salesforce can use Trailhead for that motive. And Salesforce has guided career paths now, as you can see on the screen. So anyone can find their entry point into the Salesforce ecosystem. So whether you're looking to become a Salesforce admin or a developer or architect or a sales rep or a service agent or a marketer or a designer, so there is a pathway for that. There are learning content, there are resources, and a vibrant community here for support. So Trailhead, as you look at it, is a huge platform to learn, and it is up to you how you make the best use of it. And it is continuing to expand entry points and opportunities to join the ecosystem by introducing new career paths. So anyone can succeed with Salesforce. So no matter your role or your area of expertise. And career paths provide the opportunity to learn by doing with the Trailhead playground. So you can make your own developer orgs, and you can test out all the scenarios. You can make your small models, and you can implement, and you can show those projects on your resume. So that is how you'll really like have the concepts made concrete in your mind. So the Trailhead Playground is a free Salesforce developer environment, as I said, and the secret sauce of Trailhead. It is used to put Trailblazers' knowledge and skills to the test with hands-on challenges. And by providing the Trailhead Playground, we give anyone the ability to get hands-on with technology for free and validate their skills as well. And Trailblazers can further prove all of the skills they learned on Trailhead by earning globally recognized Salesforce credentials, Salesforce certifications that align to their paths. And not only certifications, like super badges are also a really great way to learn and show your expertise in a domain. It's a comprehensive project that requires you to spend a lot of time to think and brainstorm, like what would be the most optimal approach. And yeah, and those are really fun to do. So these credentials can help trailblazers transform their careers. So Salesforce credentials allow trailblazers to prove their hands-on experience with Salesforce products to gain a competitive edge that leads to new opportunities. So with over 50 resume-worthy credentials to choose from, so anyone can gain global recognition as a Salesforce expert and become a key player in their organization's success, implementing best practices across the latest rollouts and releases, and accelerate their career path to advance and stand out to the employers by showing their experience on the trailblazer.me profile. And it has been proven that certified professionals have greater skills and influence at their organizations, creating more impact. And while we are studying for a certification exam, so we kind of revise what we have gone through. And so suppose you're preparing for an admin certification or a developer certification or any sort of certification, it will help you to actually revise and make the concepts stuck to your mind so that you can use it anywhere. And having a certificate is also an achievement in itself. So certified employees are given more responsibilities than their uncertified peers, according to a study, and it makes them 5.5x more influential in their role and more productive as well. And the skills and the knowledge that they have from being certified makes them more impactful in their role, uh, leading them to better identify and develop innovative solutions for their organizations. And this is why I am here today, to share how we can help empower your organization or with the skills, knowledge, and capabilities to be more efficient and productive to keep up with the pace of this innovation. And once you earn these skills and these credentials, you have a very good way to showcase them in your trailblazer.me profile. So the trailblazer.me profile is the new digital resume that showcases your professional achievements, the skills you have gained, and the certifications that you have gained. It also shows the engagement you have done with the community. And yeah. So with a customizable profile URL, anyone can easily share their resume and use it as they apply for jobs across the Salesforce ecosystem. So whatever you have done on Railhead, whatever you have done on on the super badges front, or you have gained those certifications, you can proudly display them over the trailblazer.me profile and share them as your resume as well. So, and trailblazers can expand the network by connecting with others and the trailblazer community. So that is what keeps me and many of my friends going in the Salesforce ecosystem. The community aspect, like everyone says that the Salesforce community is one of the best things about Salesforce. So it provides a global network to learn from, connect with, and give back. And the community is at the core of the Salesforce ecosystem. So this is a unified and more and modern platform that is open for everyone, from those new to the Salesforce ecosystem and those having a lot of years experience working on Salesforce as well. So the Trailblazer community can empower anyone to learn relevant skills and expand their skill set by learning from fellow trailblazers or from integrated Trailhead modules. Connect with trailblazers, like you can join your community groups, you can attend the weekend sessions, or you can attend such events like Park Dreamin or any such events, and you can collaborate with each other based on your location or your role or your interests, and give back. Like so once you receive help, so it just feels right to give back, right, to maintain that chain. And giving back is in the trailblazer community's DNA, I would say. So here, trailblazers help each other share knowledge, give guidance, and build out their network. And as a trailblazer community continues to grow, it has become a vital tool for anyone looking to succeed in the Salesforce ecosystem. So if you're new to Salesforce, like one thing that you should do straight away is build your profile on Trailhead and start doing some modules, start interacting with the community, and that is how you'll learn. So trailblazers have created a massive movement around the world. So anyone can ask questions, get tips from experts, network, and share best practices as they learn, and connect from anywhere in the world. And community engagement drives the trailblazer success. And many of the trailblazers said that they are more productive at their company. And many trailblazers found a new job from their trailblazer community connections. And also, Trailhead is also constantly developing and innovating to help you connect with trailblazers from anywhere. So, today page is a personalized homepage that brings the Trailblazer community feed that you see like when you log in to your Trailhead. In progress learnings, it shows, and recommended Trailhead modules into one single pane of glass. So, learning panel surfaces relevant tailored learning content in the flow of community interactions based on groups, topics, and questions followed. So, community in the Trailhead Go brings the Trailblazer community to mobile through the mobile application. So, members can post questions in the community to get answers quickly or discover more content with an expanded search and access direct messages to connect with Trailblazers from anywhere. So you can start your learning at anywhere, like you don't need a desktop. You can just take out your mobile and going through the application, you can do the modules and interact with members of the Trailblazer community. So here in the community as well, we celebrate the innovators, the lifelong learners, and pioneers who are not only blazing their own trail but bringing others along with them. Yeah. So this is the Trailhead Go application that you can use on your mobile phone as well. And it has helped me a lot. So whenever I don't have access to my laptop and I'm looking forward to learning something around Salesforce or any of the interpersonal skills, I use this application to help me get started with that. So because there is a place for everyone in the Salesforce ecosystem, whether you want to start a career in tech or re-enter into a different career path or completely transform and level up your career. So Trailhead and Salesforce gives you the tools to do that. And as our ecosystem grows, so does the endless opportunities with it. Like you must have seen these faces in the community, and they are doing such amazing work. Like you can be a career starter, you can re-enter in the industry, or you can transform your career. And we have lots of resources that you can use. We have lots of trails that you can use. And here we see Megan Peterson, who's the director of trailblazer engagement at Salesforce. So she has developed some really good trail mixes that you all can use to skill up. A structured approach is definitely helpful. So, we are not transforming the industry alone with Trailhead. We know that the customers work closely with other technology companies to power their digital transformations, to deliver the best possible experiences for the customers. And Salesforce also partners closely with top technology companies, including the leaders in public cloud, to deliver connected experience across platforms. Yeah. So that was about how you can maximize your learnings through Trailhead and Trailblazer community. So if you have any questions, I'm just checking if smartphones. Okay. So I don't see any questions as such, but thank you for engaging. So now I'm going to the second part of my topic. So we have learned about how you can scale up on Trailhead, how you can use a Trailblazer community to connect and to network with anyone. So now let's see how you can build your personal brand. And we just saw a wonderful presentation by David Nava recently, and how he has transformed his veteran career to a lead solution engineer at Salesforce, and he's doing such awesome job. So as David also said, like so personal branding does not have set kind of rules that you need to follow this, you need to post about this topics, and you need to use these channels. It totally depends upon how you want to portray yourself, or how you want others to perceive. So what is a personal brand? So what comes to your mind when someone thinks of you is your personal brand. It is not what you think of yourself, it is what others have the perception about you. So you own the initial narrative, but once it is out there, then your audience will create their own conclusions. So it is very important what you are portraying, what you are sharing, and how you are engaging. So the personal brand is created by what you broadcast about yourself on various channels, and it necessarily does not mean only the social media channels. It can be the physical conferences, or group projects, or community events in person. Yeah, it totally depends upon you. And it depends upon the audience as well for each channel. How you build your brand on Instagram should be different from how you build a brand on LinkedIn or anywhere else. And a personal brand represents your character and your priorities. An audience perceives what you share, not what you feel. So if you're not sharing what you feel, then they won't get to know about that. So it is very important to engage with the content you like, and keep posting and keep sharing about the stuff that you care about, or you are passionate about, or you want to grow in that industry. Yeah, thank you, Akhilesh. Wonderful sentence. Yeah, and initially it can be a bit daunting. It was for me, and it is for anyone, for everyone I know who is now a leader in the industry as well. So when they were starting out, or putting out the content, so we all have these insecurities. But when we keep on sharing, and especially in the Salesforce community, it is so supportive, so helpful. So you will feel nice, and you will feel more confident when you share your content or share your thoughts the next time. So I have a small activity that we can do next. So can anyone list what your passions are, or what your interests are? Something that can be used to define yourself, like something you're very really passionate about or interested about. Okay, so Akhilesh says he's in, like, helping others be successful is his passion, and it is quite evident also from his engagement. Okay, teaching. What else? Like some sports you are really passionate about, or some technology, some values. So it can be anything. Yeah, sharing knowledge, football. Yeah, so we will have a varied interests and varied passions, and it is up to us how we define them and how we portray them to others. So this could be something you do, or something you care deeply about, something you think is important, or a way you like to live, or something you are working towards. It can be anything, totally dependent upon you. So these things, so what are your passions and whatever your interests are a great place to start with the things you want people to know about you, right? So if you're passionate or if you're interested about something, then you'll obviously feel nice to share or talk about these things. And this is how people will start to take notice of you and start to engage with you, and you'll build really meaningful connections in this way. So from face-to-face meetings through all your online brand, how you can channel these things. For example, like if you are passionate about technology, so understand the bits you are passionate about and be absolutely knowledgeable on that. So if someone wants to talk to you about your passion, you should have a good understanding of what it is about, right? But also make sure you are following thought leaders and interesting companies on LinkedIn or whatever social media you prefer. But LinkedIn is a really great place for professionals. So that's why I'm more biased towards LinkedIn. So it is important to follow the companies who are doing the good work, or whose technology you are passionate about. It is important to follow the people who are leaders in that field, or who are really active in the ecosystem. So it will also help you to create a brand. And interacting with their content will be a visible indication of your passion for your tech to your audience. Suppose you are interested in football, or you're interested in teaching. So uh, if you are interacting uh, with the leaders of that field, and it does not mean like you just have to post the content. It also means how you are commenting, or how you are liking other people's posts. So that also creates a huge impact, and it builds your personal brand. So now we have seen like what is a personal brand, and some ways you can build it. But why is a personal brand important, especially now? Does anyone have any thoughts? Yeah, definitely it helps us to stand out. Like we see, like nowadays there are so many applicants towards the same job. So you need more than a resume now, and you are more than a resume. So that is how, and that is where the personal branding comes into picture. Correct, it is more personal than a piece of paper. Right, people are doing such innovative things to stand out, so it is high time like we also start doing something of our own. So brands are seen as important in our modern era of digital sharing platforms, because why? So they help us to connect with people who share our values. Definitely, like if you are engaging with someone's content on the same topic, so they'll get to know about you, and you can build a relationship with them. And they also allow us to cultivate credibility by aligning our words with actions, like participate in some events, or build a project, or something you can do to show that you are actually working towards your passion, or working towards your interest. And this also gives us a tool to broadcast those messages when we feel most for the things that we feel most passionate about, and they clarify to others about our goals and purpose. So your personal brand will also give a sense of relation or credibility to who you are to other people who may not know you, but by seeing your profile, or by seeing your engagement in the community, they can get a good sense of what your interests are, and how you're passionate about. Yeah, being niche and strategic in the Salesforce ecosystem is so important and critical. And more so about that, because Salesforce is huge. You cannot learn, like, it is very difficult to learn everything in Salesforce. There are so many products, so many clouds. So yeah, that is also a good advice, Akhilesh. Pick your cloud or pick your things and be superb in that. Yeah. So how do you share your personal brand generally? So what are the channels that you people use? You can drop the answers in the comments. Some of the popular channels that we use are here on the screen. Like, we use Twitter, we use Facebook, we have conferences, we have conversation on Skype, we use LinkedIn, we use YouTube. But what else? Does anyone have any innovative ways by which they can share their personal brand? Right. Yeah. So Akhilesh says Twitter and LinkedIn. Yeah, those are definitely the most popular ways that we see. Yeah. So even like when you you participate in a hackathon, or you build a project, or you're participating in this event as well, so why not take some time out and go to the networking stage and talk to some people about what you're passionate about. So this can also be a channel to tell others about your brand, and you can follow them, you can ask them to follow you. So yeah, building a portfolio using Trailhead. Yeah, the trailblazer.me profile that I talked about earlier shows everything you have done on Trailhead and in the community. So that is also a really nice way. So engagement is really important, and the channels can be any, and be like whether they are online or they are offline. It totally depends upon you. So there is no one right approach. It is unique to your personal situation. But what is more important is you actively decide how to express yourself to different audiences. So next, let's look at how to actually construct a personal brand. Yeah. So how do you start to build your personal brand? So think about a topic or a challenge that you are passionate about, uh, like gender equality or sports or like Salesforce or uh, yeah. So think about that and just start sharing your thoughts or start having conversations with people. Start building something. So first, like, you need to be aware of the audience as well you are trying to reach. For example, if you are sharing on LinkedIn, then you have to be professional in your approach. And in your if you're sharing on Instagram, then you have to be engaging, and you need to like do something that would catch others' attention. Yeah, being authentic, right? So second, I will think about the way I'm sharing. Is it a presentation or an email or a post or an image? So it depends upon you, like how you can make the best possible reaction. Like, suppose if you have built a project and you want to share it across your network. So what is the best way to do that? You can write a post about it. You can make a long video. You can write a blog about it to showcase all these tips. So there are multiple ways to do that, and it depends upon you how you want to go ahead with that. And third is about making it relevant to the audience. So if I'm trying to convince them to do something, how can I help to see value in my position? So it will help to connect with your audience as well. And finally, I think about how I can differentiate myself. As you earlier mentioned in the comments, that there is a lot of competition now. So, and people are already overwhelmed with the information and content. So it is very important to differentiate yourself from the crowd. Do something that no one else is doing, or think of a new idea, think of a new project, uh, or any. or participate in something and showcase that in a way that makes you different from others. So that is what will help you to build a personal brand and stand out from others. So thinking through each of these things can be a bit tedious at first, like you have to take care about all these things, but it comes with experience and it becomes automatically. So it comes automatically eventually. So yeah, so I'm just like telling how you can share on other social media and how you should share your content on LinkedIn. So you can so on different platforms like we see and how we post something on Facebook, on Snapchat, Instagram, Pinterest, Spotify, WhatsApp about a simple thing, say a donut, right? And now let's see how we'll present it on LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn, like we'll have to be a bit more professional in that way, and we'll say things like, "I'm looking for a job at at a donut company," or like, "I have 3 years experience in this thing, and my top skills are donut production and sales, and here are three recommendations from my previous employees or colleagues." So you need to take care of these things, and on different platforms, you need to act differently and share different. The same thing can be shared in a variety of ways, so you need to be mindful of that. So just as an example, like as we have established this, that LinkedIn is the go-to place for someone who wants to build their brand in a professional fashion. So how you can have a really good LinkedIn profile. So I'll be very brief about it, and I have my profile as an example. So it's very important that you have a background image. So this is then an image that I love, so I shared with the audience. And you must have a professional photograph it, and it also helps to connect with the audience, and a compelling headline that it may show like what you are passionate about or what your interests are. And I'm not like, you can like feel free to explore my profile or anyone's. So you can see the summary section is really important. So it gives crux of all the experiences, all your educations, all your volunteer activities, the skills, the certifications, and it is your space to portray yourself to the world. So use it wisely. And add rich media, add videos, add blogs, add links, and post often to get that engagement on LinkedIn. Right, having a good LinkedIn profile is real value, especially now. And posting often, engaging is one of the things that is even more important. Like once you have a stellar LinkedIn profile, now what? So you need to engage and uh, network often to maintain and build your personal brand. So now to just recap. So this is a summary of the personal branding part that we talked about. So your personal brand should represent your internal priorities, such as your passions and your values. However, if you don't actively cultivate your personal brand, there will be a disconnect between who you are and what others perceive. So that is why I was stressing again and again about engaging and networking often. And it is important to think carefully about the audiences you are trying to reach and how to reach them. There are so many channels, like something may work out for someone, but it may not work out for you. So you need to experiment and identify like what channels work best for you, what times are the best for you, and what people you should interact, and uh, yeah. And it all takes practice to deliver with authenticity. It is very important to be authentic. That is also one of the things that will help you to stand out from others. So this was it. Like you have learned how you can scale up on Trailhead, use different aspects of Trailblazer community to scale up, and as well as build your personal brand in the Salesforce ecosystem. So if anyone has any questions, we have still 9 minutes and then we'll have the closing ceremony. So please feel free to post your questions in the comments. I'll be running the raffle soon as well. So if you have not registered yet, please feel free to do that. And to all the people who are just so for many of you, like it may be your first Salesforce conference or it may be your first exposure to Salesforce. So one advice that many people gave to me when I was starting out was that just put yourself out there, just talk to people and keep learning, keep improving. So that is what will make you successful. And feel free to connect with me if you feel like. I have shared my LinkedIn, Twitter, and my email ID. So if you have any questions after this session, or if you want to just have a chat or talk about Salesforce or any of anything, I'll be happy to schedule a time and we can take that ahead. I'm just waiting for 2-3 minutes more, and then I'll run the raffle. Let me know if you have any questions during that time, and we'll close the session.